about travel days. For some reason, I get tired travel days, even though you're not doing anything but driving. And I hadn't even traveled that far today. Only traveling about 150 to 200 miles today. So I get bored. It's the strangest things I do. I always ask Siri what the temperature is, and then I don't ever know what time zone I'm in. So I ask her what time it is where I'm at, and then I'll ask her what time is it in Vidalia, Georgia, where I live, Vidalia. So Siri tells me the time that it is in, I'm trying to say this right, Vidalia. So I've been practicing, I get her to say it over and over because I've been practicing saying Vidalia. Vidalia. So when I get home, instead of saying, y'all want let's go to Vidalia, I'm going to say, y'all want to ride to Vidalia with me? And see how that goes over. Vidalia. So I'm from Vidalia, Georgia. Not really. I'm from Vidalia, Georgia. But those are the things that I do while I'm traveling on the road by myself. Practice saying my hometown, Vidalia. Yeah, every time I do a video, something wants to rattle back there. Really, I don't ever even notice anything rattling back there until I start doing a video. So I guess I'll have to tie everything down back there since I'm doing videos when I'm traveling. Okay, tonight's rest stop, tonight's campsite will be at a picnic area. A lot of the places I looked up down near Big Bend, you had to have some kind of state permit or something. So I'm not about that for one night because I'll probably do Big Bend tomorrow and head on out unless there's more that I want to do there than a day's worth. If I want to spend 2 days, I will. So if so, I'll look for some BLM land or something that you don't have to have a permit on. Okay, I'm bored, so I'm going to practice saying Vidalia some more.
On it, in Vidalia, Georgia, it's 5:25 p.m.
This was sunset at the little roadside camp that I stayed at before traveling on to Big Bend. And yes, I traveled in my pajama pants. I ain't got dressed yet, but I dressed before I got out of my car. I just made it inside the gate at Big Bend National Park, and I stopped to look at all the information that they gave me to check out what I want to do in the park and all. I decided to stop and make my second cup of coffee while I read that, and I don't know what I'm going to be up to today, so I'm making me a grilled mozzarella and cheddar grilled cheese on garlic bread. I don't know how much hiking I'll be doing and all, and don't know when I'll stop and can make breakfast, so I'm just making that for my breakfast and lunch. I don't know what all I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna check out and see if I can find some place to spend the night. If I find a lot to do here, I may want to spend the night or maybe 2 nights. They gave me the little thing to put on my windshield for 7 days, but there's no way I'll stay still for 7 days. So first thing I'm gonna do is drive through, take the scenic ride through to see what all I might want to do. There's a hike at the end of the drive that's supposed to be really good. And then I'm thinking about, there's a little trip you can take. You can go down to the Rio Grande, and there's a border pass in Big Bend. You could take a rowboat over for $5 to Mexico, to a little village. I can't remember the name. I'd probably butcher the pronunciation anyway, so I'll look it up and put the name right here. But then you cross, and then you either ride the burros or horses, or you can walk up to the village. I think it's about a half a mile. I was thinking, I'm not walking up there by myself, but when you go over, you're required to have a guide with you at all times. So I might do that, and then you can go up there, and there's a couple of places that you can have lunch. And then I watched a video of 2 girls went over, and they had them a bunch of tequila. But even if I did indulge in a bunch of tequila, I wouldn't be going over there and having a bunch of tequila and then had to get myself back home and all that. No, 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 no. I am not about all that. But some of the villagers have souvenirs set up that you can buy there, and you're allowed to bring them back because it helps support the little village. It's one of the older videos I've watched of the little village. They were off grid. They had solar power and all, but they were trying to get electricity. I didn't watch any new videos to see if they got their electricity or not. So if time permits and all, I just thought that would be it's not, like I said, it's just a small, it don't matter. I'm not stopping it. Like I said, it's just a small little village. It doesn't look like I would go over there and see anything real pretty or anything like that, but it'd be a cool little trip and it's pretty neat that you got a border crossing inside of a national park and all. So, okay, I'm about to finish my coffee. The sun's bright. You can see how bright the sun is. Got really cold last night. I spent the night beside a little roadside park, but it's about 40 miles out of the park, but it's warming up fast. I've got jeans on, and it may have to put something cooler on. So I'm gonna finish my coffee and my sandwich and see what the day brings. Next clips are of the scenic drive through. Some of the scenic drive. I haven't finished all of it. This is just some of the drive through the park before I get to the hot springs.
Hot Springs adventure and some hiking adventures coming up in part 2.